Hello and welcome to another update video on TLT. So TLT has reacted once again to the support area here we talked about, and we continue to move up in this, upward sloping price channel. I have to say though, I'm getting increasingly cautious here. This does not look bullish at all, okay? And there are a few parameters that are coming up that are worth discussing. First of all, if we zoom out a little bit, the market is approaching here the upper boundary line of a trend channel. Fair enough. It's not the most, it's not the really well-defined price channel because we really only have like 2, maybe 3 touch points. This was a fake out, so it makes the price channel questionable. However, it still is a trend line that's coming down that might be worth watching. It's currently coming in at around $88, so we're nearly there. So pay attention to that dotted line there. It's just a downtrend line. Then what I can tell you is that we are still potentially moving up in the white count. I mentioned in the last videos that the white scenario has become more likely because of all this overlapping and choppy price action here and only 3-wave movements to the upside. So while we are holding higher lows all the time and we're still respecting that price channel, I would not be surprised if it breaks down. It's just a warning at this point. I'll tell you in this video when I think it's gonna break down or what the levels are that need to be broken, so we actually get some like a more downward momentum in. But I can only tell you, this doesn't look very convincing to me. It just doesn't. It could be a very, very complex correction. Doesn't make sense to try to label all the microstructures here in wave C in white. I think we can play the upside. I mean, from an analysis and also if you're trading this, I just want to remind you, be cautious here because we don't have any upside impulse, okay? So I think it's worth, or it might be worth playing the upside as long as support levels hold, but it's worked now for quite a bit, but this is just nothing to rely on, nothing to rely on. It certainly has not turned out impulsive to the upside, which is a warning. Okay, the analysis helps us to understand that. I can remove this support area. We don't need it anymore. It did a good job. We're still holding above those last swing lows, and as I told you, I'm gonna let you know when I think momentum is gonna shift. I think if we, especially a break below the 16th of June low, because that would not only mean a break below what could be a wave 2 low, it also means a break out of the lower boundary line or below the lower boundary line of the trend channel. So yeah, that would not be bullish. That could indicate that white wave B has topped and we're actually going down for one more low. Remember, towards the blue box, $78, $79. Talked about those scenarios in previous videos. So yeah, but could we go higher? Yeah, I mean, this, again, it looks a little bit like a 5-wave move up, right? So I'm not going to rule out that. I mean, is this a 3rd wave? Maybe. We said wave 1 is a 3-wave move, so the 3rd wave also needs to be a 3-wave move. Wave 2, and then ABC. Not convinced by it, I have to say. If it is a 3rd wave, then I think it's a bit short for a 3rd. Or let me check. Yeah, it's too short for a 3rd, really. So, I mean, it could be the A wave of a 3rd. And the purpose is here not, based on this structure, I can tell you the purpose is not to get a perfect count. The purpose is to understand what are relevant support levels that could provide some support, like here, for example, yeah? So that means we seem to be starting some kind of a pullback. So it's this area here between 86.22 and 86.98. So I would watch that. I think below that, it becomes likely we're going to test this area around these red lines. So around and the lower boundary line of the trend channel. That doesn't mean it's breaking down, yeah, but a break below the 86.22 level would be a first warning. So overall, again, not a surprise we got rejected there. It's the upper boundary line of the trend channel. So we're simply respecting the range here. But please note that, any break below those red lines, I mean, that would be probably more than just a warning. The break below Fibonacci support is a warning. Break below the red lines here in the area around 85.40 to 85.70, that means we're likely starting the C wave to the downside. I'll keep you updated Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.